Hello, everybody, and welcome to Leonard B. Jackson Gymnasium in Cleveland, Ohio, site of the city championship. On the girls' side of things, we get things going with the 15-4 John Hay Lady Hornets taking on the John Marshall Lady Lawyers, 15-3 on the year. The starting lineup for the Hornets: Carly Fisher, Jordan Webb, Sion Hicks, Constance Mallett, and Amari Buchanan. For the Lady Lawyers: Lynn Shields, Satyan Dorsey, Nalani Grayson, Danielle Brown, and De'Ari Vaughn. Two teams met during the regular season. John Hay got the better of John Marshall. This one for the city championship. Both teams won on Wednesday in the semifinals to earn the spot here as we get set to get things underway at Leonard Jackson Gymnasium, the city championship, and it is controlled by the Lady Lawyers. They work it, try to get it inside to Brown, and it's thrown away. Turnover gives the ball to John Hay. Lady Lawyers coached by Vanetta Kreider, who was the Senate League's Coach of the Year, and also led by Jordan Webb, the Senate League Player of the Year. Quick turnover. It's coming the other way is Shields. Little crossover in the lane. Jump ball. Good defense being played by Hicks. Creates the jump ball. Possession will stay. Nope, it'll go over to the Lady Hornets. Full court pressure. Looks like they're lining up man to man. And now they'll drop back a little bit. Here comes Carly Fisher to the hoop. Rebound put up and scooped in by Buchanan. First two of the game. Amari Buchanan for John Hay. Ball deflected but controlled. In the corner, it's Vaughn. Travels. Jump ball. Possession goes to John Marshall. So it was a jump ball, and it possession John Marshall on the alternating possession. Getting set to inbound it is Dorsey. She'll get it back. Just underway, and this is deflected. And that one's going to go John Hay's way. Good defense by the Lady Hornets, create the turnover. John Hay unbeaten in Senate League play during the regular season. Nice crossover by Fisher. Open three off the front of the rim. Rebound by Vaughn. Traveled. Little too quick. Vaughn lost possession. The traveling violation will turn it over to John Hay. It'll be Hicks inbounding it. They get it into Fisher, who will bring it into the forecourt. Fisher right to the hoop. Good look at it, can't get it to go down. Rebound Shields. Shields has it deflected, gathers it back, and then it's taken right away by Jordan Webb. Webb in transition, gives it up. Basket made by Fisher, and a timeout called by John Marshall after the quick turnover leads to the easy basket, and John Hay has scored the first four. So John Hay unbeaten in Senate League play. John Marshall's lone loss in Senate League play was to John Hay. So not surprising that these are the two teams playing for the Senate League championship, the city championship. And again, like the timeout by Adam Johnson, the head coach, John Marshall, just trying to play a little too fast and have not gotten really good possessions first couple of times down the court. Just wants to settle his team down a little bit. It's pretty clear both these teams want to get out and run. And John Hay's defense, first minute and a half of this first quarter has been really good. Few turnovers really have not allowed John Marshall to get up a good shot even. And you can see Adam Johnson just wants him to settle down a little bit, get a good shot. And getting set to inbound it underneath her own basket will be Lynn Shields. Get us back underway. Shields leading scorer for John Marshall, 13.5 points a game during the regular season. Foul from behind. They're going to get Hicks for the foul. A little too much of the arm. So Dorsey will inbound it all the way back into the forecourt, or the backcourt rather, to Hayes. Dorsey will get it back. Anaya Hayes has checked in for John Marshall. Open three, front of the iron, rebound comes off to Fisher. Carly Fisher, nice move, gets to the hoop, will draw the foul, 2 shots coming. Carly Fisher has gotten by the initial defender into the lane a couple of times, hasn't been able to finish. But the crossover right here is really good and gets by the defender, just can't quite get it to go down. Free throw rims out. Fisher averaging better than 17 points a game and 7.3 rebounds. This is both free throws. Rebound grabbed by Brown. Dorsey being defended by Hicks. Good pass, spots Brown down on the low post. She gets fouled. And the foul will be whistled on Constance Mallett. Second team foul. There's a foul right there. A little too much of the arm. 3 ball off the mark. Rebound Brown, blocked by Webb and put in. Hayes with her first 2 and quick answer. 6-2 is our score. Dorsey trying to turn the corner, gets whistled for the traveling violation. Substitutions coming in for John Marshall. Mashaya Perez will give Dorsey a breather. Also checking in is Kennedy Fleshman. Webb kicks it back out, gets it back. Webb high off the rim, won't go. Rebound gathered by Perez. Good strong take off the backboard by Shields. Rebound grabbed by Fisher. Fisher in transition, pulls up, under control, knocks it down. Carly Fisher, 6 of the 8 points for John Hay. Foul. John Marshall with a quick timeout. Just over 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 8-2, John Hay leading. And again, John Marshall trying to get things settled down and have been sped up a little bit on the offensive end. Aggressive on-ball defense by the Lady Hornets has been what has been going on defensively for John Hay. .431 remaining in the first quarter. And it will be Mashaya Perez inbounding it for John Marshall. Fleshman. Shields trying to get it inside, and drawing the foul is Grayson. Nalani Grayson, 2 free throws coming. Good look at it. Nice pass inside. Grayson able to draw the foul. First free throw is knocked down. Her first point of the game. Cuts the lead to 8-3. Nalani Grayson averages almost 7.5 points a game. Perfect on the 2 free throws. Pressure in the backcourt by John Marshall. John Hay breaks it into the corner. Open 3. Too long. Rebound Webb. Webb kicks it out to Buchanan. She draws the foul. Foul will be whistled against Shields. There's Buchanan, just a nice job, and there's the reach-in foul. Then the turnover. Shields grabs it. Picks again on ball. In the corner. Open 3. Knocked down. High arcing 3 by Perez. Cuts the lead to 1. Stolen away by Shields. She turns it into a quick basket. John Marshall, their first lead of the game at 9-8. That little diamond trap, and they pass over it this time. And the foul is drawn by Amari Buchanan. Free throws coming. 2 shots coming for Buchanan. There you see the foul by Grayson. 7-0 run for John Marshall has given them their first lead of the game. Back of the iron on the first free throw by Buchanan. Substitutions getting set to check in for the Lady Lawyers. Brown, Vaughn, and Dorsey coming back in. 3 of the starting 5 for John Marshall back on the court. 3:24 to go here in the first. Second free throw. Again, high arcing off the rim. Rebound, Dorsey. And it's stolen away. Nice job playing the lanes by Mallett. Mallett can't get the rebound, or can't get the layup to go. Rebound is grabbed by Vaughn. Vaughn, little spin move. Open jumper, deflected. Oh, I thought that shot was deflected. They say no. And it will be John Hay basketball. They switch the pressure and they get the foul called against Hicks. Nice to play defensively by Perez. Well, they say no foul. They say she just fell out of bounds before she could control it. So it's John Hay's basketball. Long 3, rims out, rebound Webb, blocked by Brown. Brown, perfect position to block the putback attempt. Here comes Dorsey, kicks it out, 3-pointer. Front of the rim by Perez, rebound by Dorsey, won't go. This time blocked by Webb. As Shields tried to get it to go. Other way, wild shot by Fisher is off. And the rebound comes down to John Marshall. Here comes Vaughn. Trying to work it inside to Brown. Brown going to work. Kind of got herself too far under the basket. It will be John Hay basketball. 2:11 remaining in the first quarter. Substitution coming in for the Lady Hornets. It's Chibundo Onokwo. Seeing her first action. There's that trapping pressure again. It's created some problems for the Hornets. Trying to go over the top. Another turnover for John Hay. Lady Lawyers have done a nice job with their trap, and John Hay has not been able to solve it. Still that 7-0 run as John Hay opened up an 8-2 lead. Next 7 points scored by John Marshall. They lead at 9-8. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. Good defense by Hicks. Hicks has been really good on ball in this first quarter for the Lady Hornets. And Vanetta Kreider going to call a timeout for John Hay. 9-8 is our score. John Marshall leading. Under 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. And the Lady Lawyers on a 7-0 run here, thanks in large part to a good trapping defense that has created some problems for the Lady Hornets. Let's see what Coach Kreider has designed to break that pressure. Both teams just trying to play a notch faster. You know, everybody is sped up, excited to be playing in the Senate League Championship game, City Championship game, if you will. See if they can settle in here. Final minute plus of this first quarter. Glad you joined us from Leonard B. Jackson Gymnasium. We have the boys Senate Championship on City Beat TV as well. That will be Glenville, the 1 seed, and Rhodes, the 2 seed. This also the 1 and 2 seeds with John Hay, the 1 seed, and John Marshall, the 2 seed. Hicks getting set to inbound it right in front of me. And now the Lady Lawyers back in a zone. They swing it into the corner. And there's Hicks on the baseline. Ends the drought and gives John Hay the lead back at 10-9. Approaching a minute and a half in the first quarter. Dorsey traveled, spun around, lost control of the basketball, and that will give it right back to the Lady Hornets. Fisher. Webb. Double teamed, jump ball, good defense. Nice job by both Shields and Hayes as Webb put the ball on the court and they aggressively pursued it. Possession stays with the Lady Hornets on the alternating possession. Hicks inbounds it, Webb, 3, perfect. Jordan Webb's first 3, showing why she was the Senate League MVP. Lead grows to 4 for John Hay. Dorsey draws the foul. Looks like they're going to get Anunquo, her first, team 4th. And Anunquo will head out. Amari Buchanan checks back in for John Hay. Good look inside. Dorsey can't finish, but a great pass by Shields. Foul whistled against Vaughn in the backcourt. 4th team foul on John Marshall. 49.8 remaining. Fisher into the forecourt. Nice drive, scoops it in. Carly Fisher, 8 in the game. Lead back to 6 for John Hay. Vaughn, nice pass on the baseline, and then thrown away. Fisher in transition. Carly Fisher to the hoop. Off the side of the backboard. Webb's follow won't go, and it is knocked out front. Good hustle by Shields, but she couldn't control it. Back the other way, and knocking down the shot is Amari Buchanan now with 4. Lead back to 8 for John Hay inside of 10 seconds. The 3 by Grayson. Trying to get her own rebound. Can't come up with it. At the end of the first quarter, John Hay 17, John Marshall 9. You're watching the Girls City Championship here on City Meet TV from Leonard Jackson Gymnasium.
My name is Rob Whitbread, and I'm the director of the School of Communication at Cleveland State University. This program is being produced through a collaboration between the School of Communication at Cleveland State, Classic Teleproductions, and the Cleveland Community Access Corporation. Through this partnership, Cleveland State is providing state-of-the-art training and career opportunities to students in broadcasting and live production in areas such as sports, news, and entertainment. For more information, use the code below or email me at communication@csuohio.edu.
Welcome back to Leonard B. Jackson Gymnasium and the Girls City Championship game. The top seed, the Lady Hornets from John Hay, close out the first quarter on a 9-0 run to open up a 17-9 lead after the first quarter. Kind of game of spurts. John Hay got out to a quick start. John Marshall a 7-0 run, and then the Lady Hornets answer with a 9-0 run to end out that first quarter and push that lead back to 8 where it had been early in the first quarter. 8 points in the game for Carly Fisher. And for the Lady Lawyers, 3 for Perez, 2 for Hayes, 2 for Grayson, 2 for Shields. So very much balanced scoring. Carly Fisher, though, has shown her quickness and has been able to get past the defense pretty consistently as we start the second quarter. John Marshall with the basketball, and Vaughn will bring it into the forecourt, then throws it away. Long pass, Hicks, and it's stolen right away by Shields. Shields trying to attack, loses control. And it will still be John Marshall basketball off of John Hay. They'll inbound it underneath their own basket. Again, both teams a little fast, just getting sped up by the other a little bit. Shields will inbound it. Little ball fake, and the pull up off the mark. Rebound gathered by Buchanan. Little hesitation, Buchanan gets to the baseline. Rebound ripped down by Nalani Grayson. Thrown away. Fisher again with the steal, 3-on-2. And then good defense to take it right back away by Perez. Mishaya Perez lost it, gathers. Backcourt violation. Possession will go over to John Hay. Constance Mallett will inbound it. And Fisher will get the offense into motion. 3 by Webb. Off the mark, rebound Grayson Strong underneath. There's the trap by the Lady Hornets, foul. John Marshall will inbound it. Pressure in the backcourt by John Hay. And then good defense, and it is Webb coming up with the steal. It will still be John Hay basketball. 6:45 remaining in the first half. And John Hay still on that 9-0 run that finished out the first quarter to open up the 8-point lead. Mallett will inbound it. Fisher gives it up to Webb. Webb rolls it in. Webb now 5 in the game, and it is a 10-point lead, largest of the game for John Hay. Turnover. Yes, here comes Fisher again. Carly Fisher playing well. Fisher strong enough, rebound. Webb puts it in. Jordan Webb, the putback, she has 7. Senate League MVP for the regular season, averages nearly a double-double. 9.7 points, 11 rebounds for Jordan Webb, and a timeout. Good timeout for Adam Johnson as the lead has grown to 21-9. 13 straight points for John Hay, and it's been the defensive end where the Lady Hornets have really gotten things under control in this championship game. Hey Mike, the CEO is next to me, so we will get him. (21-9) is our score. 6:05 remaining in the first half. Glad you joined us on City Beat TV. A good look at some of the John Hay fans here at Leonard B. Jackson Gymnasium, and they have to like what they have seen. The last few minutes of gameplay, a 13-0 run has opened up this 21-9 lead for the top-seeded Lady Hornets from John Hay. It will be Mashaya Perez inbounding it. Dorsey pulls up, can't get the little 14-footer to go. Rebound gathered by Buchanan. Here comes Buchanan in transition. Good look. Nice ball movement by the Lady Hornets. Buchanan. They say she was fouled before the shot on the floor. So the Lady Hornets will inbound it underneath their own basket. Mallett will inbound it. And checking in for John Marshall is Anaya Hayes. Buchanan, there's Webb. Backing it out will be Mallett. Good patience by the Lady Hornets inside of 5.5 first half. And a five-second violation. Turnover will give the ball to John Marshall. Carly Fisher checking back in for John Hay. Fisher, the leading scorer in the game with 8 points. Jordan Webb right behind her at 7. Baseline drive, runner won't go. Rebound. Looks like they're going to get Jordan Webb for the foul. Kennedy Fleshman, a nice job getting position underneath. Will head to the free throw line, shoot 2. There's Perez, who got baseline, and the shot goes over the rim. A nice job by Fleshman. Draws the foul, a couple of free throws coming. First one rolls in, first points of the game for Fleshman. She'll have one more. Second one rolls out, and Hicks gathers the rebound. Fisher. Corner shot won't go for Mallett. Here is Dorsey in transition off the side of the rim. Rebound gathered by Perez. Hicks knocks it out of bounds. It will still be John Marshall basketball. 21-10 our score, inside of 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Glad you joined us here on City Beat TV. High school basketball, it's the Girls City Championship. Nice play inside, Brown finishes Nice job by Dorsey to put that up higher where only Danielle Brown could get it. 21-12 is our score. Hicks, good pass. Webb can't quite finish. Hicks trying to keep it alive. Good hustle by Fleshman to come away with it. Perez, defended by Hicks. Tell you, Hicks on-ball defense is elite. Creates another turnover. Cian Hicks has played really well defensively. Checking in is Shamar King, first action for King in the game. She'll give Hicks a well-earned breather. She is all over the court defensively on the ball. Fisher brings it into the forecourt. Baseline runner. The Lady Lawyers coaching staff wanted a double dribble call. I think there might be something to that. Didn't get it. Free throws coming for Constance Mallett. Mallett try to split the pair. Push this lead back to double digits for John Hay. Back of the iron again, rebounded by Jordan Webb. Good look to King, couldn't handle it. It will be John Marshall basketball. Past the halfway mark of the second quarter. Grayson will give Brown a breather. And also checking in is Shields for Dorsey. Traveling violation off the rebound by Mallett will give the ball right back to John Marshall underneath their basket. Mashaya Perez will do the honors of inbounding. Grayson thought about the three. Nice job by Shields to create the space, and the three ball knocked down by Perez, her second three of the game. She has 6, and the lead is down to 6 for John Hay. That was a nice job by Shields. This ball was kind of bunched up, and she created some space and gave the opportunity to hit that three to Perez. Hicks back into the game after a breather long on the three, and John Marshall comes away with the basketball, trying to cut it back to 4. Three ball off the mark, and here comes Fisher in transition. Nice pass to Hicks running, trying to give it up to Webb, but not much Webb could do with it, and couldn't come up with the bounce pass. It will be John Marshall basketball. And inbounding it is Shields. Shields across the timeline. And there's Fleshman. We've seen she can knock down threes, and there's Hicks. Really good perimeter on-ball defender. Got a piece of it. Nice patience by Grayson. Hicks. All right. Technical foul. Nice job by the officiating crew. They are kind of going over it, getting everybody's perspective of what happened. And they do a nice job of kind of maintaining control quickly. A lot of emotion here, city championship. And here's a look. And the question becomes, you know, the offhand of the player who is knocked down, what happens there. So Main thing is the officiating crew on top of it. And still discussing how they want to handle this. Somebody's getting free throws. All right. Double technicals. And now you see John Marshall, head coach Adam Johnson, getting the explanation. Again, it handled very nicely by the officiating crew. De-escalate it and move on. So it'll be Hicks shooting. And the officiating crew kind of pointed her to the wrong basket, but now they got things straightened out. So it's technical fouls both ways, so both teams will shoot the free throws. First one rims out for Hicks. All over the rim, and that one won't go down. John Hay will inbound it. It will be Hayes inbounding. Mallet. Hicks loses control. Backcourt violation. Good defense by Hayes for John Marshall. Creates the turnover. Lady Lawyers with it. Here's Hayes. They swing it. Fleshman. Defended by Fisher. Nice defense by Webb. Carly Fisher. Good defense again. Perez can't control it. It will still be John Marshall basketball. So we have a delay because the scoreboard in here was incorrect. They had it at 26-15. It should be 21-15. Now they have it all straightened away. The in-arena scoreboard said 26-15, and the John Marshall coaching staff pointed out they get it fixed up. 1:43 remaining in the half. Open three. Side of the rim that time for Perez. Rebound gathered by Vaughn. Gets it in the hands of a cutting Shields. Bodies are flying everywhere. Possession goes over to John Hay on the John Marshall foul. 1:29 remaining first half. 6-point lead for the Lady Hornets. They have the basketball. Good pressure defensively by Vaughn. Fisher just tried to dribble through too many Lady Lawyers. Good defense. And the foul will go against John Hay. Coming up at half, we will chat with CMSD CEO Warren Morgan. 1:10 remaining in this first half. 21-15. John Hay with the lead, John Marshall with the basketball. They work it in the corner to Hayes. She traveled. Traveling violation turns it over. Under a minute remaining in this first half. Mallett works it in the corner to Buchanan. There's Webb now. Mallett attacking, fouled. 2 free throws coming. Nice patience by the Lady Hornets. Free throws coming for Amari Buchanan. High arcing shot off the back of the iron. Danielle Brown set to check back in and will check back in for the Lady Lawyers. She'll give Nalani Grayson a breather. 41 seconds remaining in this first half. Second one off the rim, rebound gathered by Shields. Here comes Shields in transition. Lynn Shields rolls it in. Aggressive take by Lynn Shields. She has 4. The lead is down to 4 inside of 30 seconds in the half. Mallett in the corner. Fisher draws the foul on Brown. She'll get 2 free throws. Fisher has aggressively attacked the basket all half, and a nice job. Gets her shoulder around the defender and squares up. Fisher, 8 points in the first half, all of them in the first quarter. Two free throws coming for Carly Fisher. Averages 17 points per game for the year. Back of the iron on the free throw. 18.6 seconds remaining. A good look at Senate Coach of the Year, Vanetta Kreider, for the John Hay Lady Hornets. Can't convert either. Here comes Shields again. Plenty of time. Shields splits 2 defenders. Brown, jump ball. Possession goes over to John Hay. And here comes Fisher, Carly Fisher. Mallett, nice patience. Oh, they're not going to get a shot off. They do not get a shot off. Good defense by the John Marshall Lady Lawyers. We head to half. John Hay, 21. John Marshall, 17. We're going to take a quick timeout. Other side of the break, we will hear from CMSD CEO Warren Morgan. You're watching high school basketball on City Beat TV.
My name is Rob Whitbread. Director of the School of Communication at Cleveland State University. This program is being produced through a collaboration between the School of Communication at Cleveland State, Classic Teleproductions, and the Cleveland Community Access Corporation. Through this partnership, Cleveland State is providing state-of-the-art training and career opportunities to students in broadcasting and live production in areas such as sports, news, and entertainment. For more information, use the code below or email me at communication@csuohio.edu.
Sports for CLE is an hour of news and discussion specifically for Northeast Ohioans. Browns, Cavs, Guardians, and Buckeyes. Sports for CLE goes in-depth on them all Monday through Friday. Hi everybody, I'm Dave Bacon. Join me from 4 to 5 weekdays on Cleveland.com and YouTube as we go in-depth on Sports for CLE. We'll have the players making the news and the analysts covering it throughout Northeast Ohio. Join me Monday through Friday at 4 on Cleveland.com and YouTube for Sports for CLE.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Welcome back to Leonard B. Jackson Gymnasium, and we are pleased to be joined by the CMSD CEO, Warren Morgan. Warren, thanks so much for the time. Appreciate it. You've been the CEO since July 1st, 2023. You had like a first 100 days where you were going to LLL, listen, learn, and lead.
Yes, sir.
Take us through how we've got to where we are now.
Wow, it's interesting you say 1,000 days. I remember when I was counting down the 100 days. Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost at 1,000, and I've enjoyed every moment. Feel blessed to serve this incredible community. So when I first came back to CMSD, because this is my second go-around, I worked for the district a little over a decade ago, and I was supervising some of our turnaround schools. So when I came back, it was really important to reconnect with the community, listen, see what's taking place. I visited every single school in my first year. It's been a journey. We've gotten a lot accomplished in that time.
Well, this is one of the refurbished gyms, and it's gorgeous. I love that it's named after Leonard Jackson, longtime athletics director.
Amazing leader. Yeah.
What are some of the things that you look at and you go, all right, we did some really good things?
Yeah. Our team, and when I say our team, it's not only my administration. I include all our educators, whether they're our teachers, our school leaders, our support staff. Everybody's been working really hard. But really in that first year, we had to really make some tough decisions. I walked into some budget challenges in that first year, so we did some budgetary decisions in that first year, while also implementing a high-quality curriculum. Right after that first year, we became a 3-star district for the very first time, meeting state standards. So really proud of the academic progress. Since then, we've adopted board goals for the first time system-wide to really ensure that not only what I'm doing as a CEO, but also the work we're doing in the system is ensuring all of our scholars are achieving at high levels, but then also have access to great programs like this, like athletics and the arts. We passed a first ever combined operating and bond levy, and it passed with a historic margin. And then of course, this year we had the very tough decision of the board approving the consolidation of 29 of our schools But in order to do that, we're going to be providing a brighter future for all of our scholars, ensuring 100% of our high schools have college credit, career pathways, and 100% of our elementary schools having an enrichment program. So excited about that.
And the other thing is you have specific schools that fit specific disciplines, and that's got to be a huge thing moving forward.
Yes, and our goal is to ensure that every scholar, no matter where they live, no matter where they go to school, have access to a high-quality curriculum. And so we want all of our kids to have access to a high-quality curriculum, the arts, athletics, so whatever they choose, when they step into the door, they have access to that high quality. And so excited about that work.
So we asked, what's next? The first 1,000, I think it's 951 days. So what's next in the next 1,000 days?
Yeah, well, we're heavy into building brighter futures. As a matter of fact, families, if you are watching, make sure if you have not made your school choice for next year, especially if you're one of the schools impacted through building brighter futures, one of those schools will be closing next year, make your selection. Confirm your welcoming seat if you choose to go to a welcoming school, or if you're an 8th grader going to 9th grade, it's going to be really important. We're already up in our applications. We're way above where we have been in the past. Even new to CMSD students are coming to our district, so we're really excited about that. But that's the work ahead of us. We have a lot of work to ensure that we get the year started well. And as I mentioned, I just feel so blessed to lead this entire community and be out here rooting on our scholars. This is amazing.
All right, before I let you go, I can feel your enthusiasm. I can feel your excitement for what you do. What gets you coming in every day as enthusiastic and excited as you are?
Oh my God, the scholars. Today it's been a very tough day. And so people say all the time, they're like, you're smiling all the time. It's been a very hard day. And the minute I come in and I see our scholars out here, I'm like, this is why we do the work. And I say, let's go. Let's keep it going for them.
Warren, appreciate it. Thanks so much for taking some time.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Warren
it.
Morgan, he is the CEO of the CMSD. Continue doing what you're doing. I love the gym and I love the buildings. Thanks so much for taking some time.
Thanks so much.
We're going to step aside, take a quick time out. We will have more from the Girls City Championship here on City Beat TV. Stay with us.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Bro, how do you move like that? You don't rush.
Because it's not about the work. It's about what's underneath it. Every rep I check in. My body. Am I good? My mind. Am I clear? My heart. Am I still in it?
Nurturing your mind with the same commitment you chase your dreams with.
That's what keeps me whole. People see the grind. But they don't see the breath between sets. That's what keeps me at peace. Your strength starts there. A strong mind will carry you through storms. Muscles never survive.
Welcome back to the Leonard B. Jackson Gymnasium as we get set for third quarter action in the girls' city championship game. John Hay, the top seed, leading John Marshall by a score of 21-17 at half. A leading scorer for the Lady Hornets, Carly Fisher with 8. Jordan Webb has added 7. For John Marshall, Mishaya Perez has 6, couple of three-pointers, and Lynn Shields has 4. The Lady Lawyers did a nice job defensively, holding John Hay to just 4 points in that second quarter and cutting the lead down to 4 at 21-17. We mentioned 2 teams played during the regular season, and the top seed, John Hay, defeated John Marshall. It was John Marshall's only Senate League loss, and John Hay unbeaten in the Senate League, trying to finish it off with a city championship. Glad you joined us on City Beat TV. We will also have the boys city championship game. Top 2 seeds advance in that one as well, as Glenville, the top seed, Rhodes, the second seed. They will battle for boys city championship. And it will be possession for John Hay to begin the John Marshall rather, to begin the third quarter. Shields will inbound it. Shields, Vaughn, Grayson, Perez, and Dorsey on the court to start for John Marshall. And immediately a turnover. Webb gets it to Dorsey. Long pass to Hicks. Can't convert. Rebound grab by Shields. She's going to push. They have numbers, 4-on-2. Open 3, Vaughn, front of the iron. Rebound collected by Mallet. Buchanan into the forecourt, traveled. That back foot drag, kind of couldn't stop, she dragged it a little, and it'll be a traveling violation turnover. We'll give the ball back to John Marshall. Just underway, third quarter. Lady Lawyers trying to cut into this 4-point John Hay lead. 3-pointer knocked down. Dorsey's first 3 of the game and her first points of the game. It's a 1-point lead for John Hay. Fisher strong inside, can't convert. Here come the Lady Lawyers, and a long outlet pass that's a little too long as Perez trying to get Vaughn to run under it. Couldn't quite catch up. Turnover gives it back to John Hay. Hicks, that's Webb, 3. Back of the iron, rebound. Runner won't go down for Mallet. And here comes Dorsey for John Marshall. 3-on-2. Good look inside, quick catch and shoot. And Perez now with 8. John Marshall has the lead as they have scored the first 5 points of this third quarter, and the game of runs continues. 22-21, John Marshall with the lead, 6:43 remaining in the third quarter. Good defense has led to a 5-0 run to start this third quarter for John Marshall, and they have a 1-point lead. It was a good timeout by Vanetta Kreider. Lady Hornets kind of get sped up just a little bit. And here's a look. Good job by Dorsey to spot Shields, and Shields was ready to catch and shoot in one motion. I'm sorry, that was Perez, not Shields. Perez now with 8 points to lead the Lady Lawyers. Perez coming off the bench as well, was not in the starting lineup, but has provided plenty of offense for John Marshall here. First 18 minutes of this game. Fisher into the forecourt. Buchanan loses it. Here comes Shields looking up court. And there's the steal. Good defense. Buchanan can't convert, and Dorsey comes away with it. Dorsey kicks it out, open three. Off the front of the rim by Perez. Hicks runs it down, wide of the rim, and here comes Shields. Vaughn can't get the runner to go. Grayson fighting and one! Strong move by Nalani Grayson. She gets the bucket and the foul. Really, because she had really good positioning. Strong base, couldn't be moved off her mark. Right here, you see the position as Webb gets called for the foul. The bucket and one for Nalani Grayson. She has 4. 2 for 2 from the free throw line for Grayson. 3 for 3. Yeah. Well, Nalani Grayson wanted to get another free throw, and they said, no, you got the bucket. You just get the one. So it's 25-24, a real nice play by Grayson. And John Marshall now with a 4-point lead, as they have scored the first 8 of this third quarter on an 8-0 run. King has it knocked away. Good hands by Shields. Perez trying to give it back to Shields. Vaughn in the corner. Off the rim, deflected. Shields fights it up, draws the foul. 2 free throws coming for Lynn Shields. You see Shields just aggressive underneath. Wanted the 3-point play, but we'll get a couple of free throws. First one is good. 5 in the game now for Shields. And the lead is out to 5. Anunquo checks back in for John Hay, as does Jordan Webb. Shields trying to push it to a 6-point lead. Back of the iron. Hicks will run down the rebound. Mallett. Timeout called by John Hay. 30-second timeout. 5:20 remaining in this third quarter, and Hornets have yet to score. Nine straight points to open the third for John Marshall has given him a 5-point lead. Before tonight's game, they honored the All-Stars. For John Hay, Carly Fisher, Sion Hicks, Constance Mallett, and Jordan Webb was the MVP. For John Marshall, Dorsey, Grayson, and Shields on the All-Star team, the All-Senate team, if you will. It'll be Mallett getting set to inbound it for John Hay. Hicks working against Vaughn. It's a tough call on Vaughn. So take a look right here. She kind of gets caught up in the leg of the screener. She gets whistled for the foul. Good patience. Knocked out of bounds by Shields. It will still be John Hay basketball inside of 5 in the third. Chloe Cunningham checks in, her first action of the game. Mallet gives it up to Webb, the 3 off the backboard. Okonkwo grabs it. There's Cunningham now, just checked in. Hicks throws it away. Her teammate was cutting to the basket, and Hicks thought she was going to pop out. A little bit of miscommunication. Turnover gives the ball to John Marshall. Carly Fisher checking back in. One blocked by Webb. Gets it right back, though. Perez, a 3, front of the rim. Rebound gathered by Dorsey. A 3 this time by Shields won't go, and it's run down by Carly Fisher. Fisher through 2 defenders. Fisher throws it up and in. Great individual effort by Carly Fisher. She has 10. Lead down to 3. First 2 points of the third quarter for John Hay. Blocking foul whistled against John Hay. Amina Stewart will check in for Cottingham. It will be Santiana Dorsey inbounding it. Inside of 4 minutes, third quarter. Perez, a 3, good look at it off the rim. They get the ball to Fisher, she travels. Moved the pivot foot. 3:41 remaining, third quarter. 3-point lead for John Marshall. They have the basketball. Inbound. Webb. Foul whistled. So the turnover will give the ball back to John Hay. And checking in for her first action is Jalen Webb, freshman. So the possession arrow wasn't advanced, so it is actually possession John Marshall. So they went to the official scores table and they figured possession is John Marshall. Dorsey. Perez. Shields loses it. Good defense by the Lady Hornets. They create a turnover. John Hay down 3 with the basketball. Just over 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Webb, the three, puts it in. Jordan Webb hits double figures with 10. Tied at 26. Trying to answer Dorsey with the three. Rebound gathered by Fisher. Carly Fisher to the hoop. Draws the foul. Free throws coming. Here's a good look as Fisher, 10 points in the game, will head to the line shooting 2, trying to give John Hay the lead back. And she does. 11 in the game for Fisher. Constance Mallett checks back in, as does Amari Buchanan. Back of the iron, rebound Webb. Puts it in. Jordan Webb now with a dozen. The lead is back to 3 for John Hay. Vaughn can't get the pull up to go. Rebound gathered by Mallett. Jump ball, good defense by Dorsey. Possession will be John Hay's. Fisher, little 13-footer, rolls it in. Carly Fisher now with 13. The lead has grown to 5 for John Hay. There's John Hay on a run. And heading to the line, shooting 2, will be Diari Vaughn. Vaughn trying to cut into this 5-point lead. First one off the rim. So John Marshall scoreless, or John Hay rather, scoreless for the first 3+ minutes. Now on a 7-0 run of their own, and that one misses the mark. Hicks stepped on the sideline. Turnover gives it back to John Marshall. 2:25 remaining third quarter. Perez trying to inbound it for the Lady Lawyers. Shields kicks it out. 3 off the mark. Rebound gathered by Dorsey. Perez sets for 3, rims out. Rebound inside. Shields gives it up to Grayson. What a play by Shields. She finds Grayson for the easy bucket. Lead down to 3. Charging call. Good defense. Is taking the charge is Shields, and she'll show you. Couple of all Senate players there going head to head. There you see the charge. Inside of 2 minutes remaining. Kennedy Fleshman checks back in for John Marshall. Good pass. And the bucket is put down. Shields with the bucket. She has 7, the lead down to 1. Timeout by John Marshall. Couple of quick baskets, and the lead for John Hay is back down to 1 at 31-30. Shields, Perez, and Grayson doing good work on the defensive end of the court that have added to a couple of quick buckets. Leading scorers to this point, Mashaya Perez has 8 for John Marshall. Shields and Grayson 7 apiece. For John Hay, Carly Fisher with 13, Jordan Webb with 12. Glad you joined us on City Beat TV. Senate Championship game action between the top 2 seeds. John Hay, the top seed, with a 1-point lead on the 2nd seed, John Marshall. And it's been a game of runs. Each team going on 7, 8, 9-0 runs. And right now it's John Marshall, who's in the middle of one of those, that has cut this lead. That was at 6 just a minute ago. It's down to 1. Good look at Adam Johnson, John Marshall head coach. Some pressure in the backcourt. Mallett crosses the timeline. A little over a minute and a half to go in the 3rd. Hicks loses it. Good defense as Kennedy Fleshman, good on ball defense, creates a turnover. Minute and a half remaining, 3rd quarter. Lady Lawyers trying to retake this lead. There's been a couple of lead changes in this 3rd quarter. Good look inside. Perez finishes it, gives the lead right back. Double figures, 10 for Perez. The assist by Shields was a good one. And that one, a turnover. Threw it right to Perez. And Perez, little too hot for Fleshman to handle. Timeout for John Hay this time with a minute 4 remaining. 3rd quarter. John Marshall back in the lead though, 32-31. And I think here's a look at Shields, just a great job of looking up, and the important thing is Perez ready to shoot after she caught it. Catch and shoot, didn't bring it down, got it right over the rim and into the bucket to give John Marshall the lead back, 32-31, with a minute 4 remaining here in this 3rd quarter. And each of the coaches trying to not allow their team to be sped up. And that's, I think, what Vinette Kreider was trying to do is, all right, let's slow down, let's play like we can under control. So it's Buchanan, Anunquo, Webb, Mallett, Hicks. And it will be Hicks inbounding it underneath their own basket. Pressure in the backcourt. Good hands by Shields. Mallett comes away with it. Buchanan, the 3 won't go. Rebound ripped down by Shields. Pushing it, Shields to Dorsey. Little spin move, puts it in. Dorsey now with 5, lead back to 3, and a 7-0 run for John Marshall to open up the 3-point lead. Good defense by Grayson. It will stay with John Hay. Possession will. 36 seconds remaining in this 3rd quarter. Hicks gathers. There's Webb, still plenty of time. Webb puts it in, they say it's a 3. Jordan Webb, 15 in the game, and we're knotted at 34. Shields gets it to Dorsey, trying to give it up to Grayson. Grayson swings around the basket, can't get it to go. Fights for the rebound, and 2 free throws coming for Nalani Grayson. 5.9 seconds remaining. We're tied at 34 in the third, and Nalani Grayson will head to the line shooting free throws for John Marshall. Grayson 7 in the game. Front of the iron won't go. We remain tied at 34. Grayson back of the iron this time, rebound. And it's stolen away. And that will be the end of the third quarter as Shields could not convert. We head to the fourth in the girls' city championship game. We are tied at 34. John Hay 34, John Marshall 34. 8 minutes to decide the city championship.
My name is Rob Whitbread, and I'm the director of the School of Communication at Cleveland State University. This program is being produced through a collaboration between the School of Communication at Cleveland State, Classic Teleproductions, and the Cleveland Community Access Corporation. Through this partnership, Cleveland State is providing state-of-the-art training and career opportunities to students in broadcasting and live production in areas such as sports, news, and entertainment. For more information, use the code below or email me at communication@csuohio.edu.
Sports for CLE is an hour of news and discussion specifically for Northeast Ohioans. Browns, Cavs, Guardians, and Buckeyes. Sports for CLE goes in depth on them all Monday through Friday. Hi everybody, I'm Dave Bacon. Join me from 4 to 5 weekdays on Cleveland.com and YouTube as we go in depth on Sports for CLE. We'll have the players making the news and the analysts covering it throughout Northeast Ohio. Join me Monday through Friday at 4 on Cleveland.com and YouTube for Sports for CLE. Welcome back to Leonard B. Jackson Gymnasium, tied at 34 as we get set for the fourth quarter of the Girls Senate Championship basketball game. John Marshall, the 2 seed, John Hay, the 1 seed. And it is 8 minutes of basketball to decide who will be the 2026 city champions. John Marshall will start this fourth quarter with the basketball. John Hay has scored 17 points in the first quarter and 17 points since. There's a turnover, a good play on the baseline by Fisher. She'll push it. And there's a good play defensively by Perez to play the passing lane and get the steal. Shields on the drive, puts it in. Lynn Shields, 9 in the game. 2-point lead for John Marshall. Hicks, open 3. Can't get it to go, rebound Grayson. Here's Dorsey. Hicks, pressure on ball. Dorsey has it knocked away by Mallett. Fisher will push. Webb, open 3. Back of the iron. Hicks underneath, kicks it out. Buchanan can't get the baseline jumper to go. Fisher will grab the rebound. Fisher, nice move. Runner won't go. Webb the rebound. Jordan Webb can't get the follow, and Grayson gets the rebound and is tied up. Headsy play by Constance Mallett. Possession with John Hay. So a headsy play by Constance Mallett to maintain possession for the Lady Hornets. Webb inbounds it, gets it back. The 3 contested, rebound Grayson, ahead to Shields. Shields draws the foul on Hicks. She'll head to the line, shooting 2. Tell you, both of these teams want to get out and run. Maybe a notch faster than both coaches would like. There's a look at Shields. Hicks trying to make the play defensively, but Shields did a good job of getting her shoulders past her, and really tough to play that defensively without fouling her. 10 in the game now as Shields makes the first free throw. Good look at Adam Johnson. His Lady Lawyers fell behind 8-2 and have just kept battling. They now lead by 3 with one more free throw coming for Shields. Rims out, rebound gathered by Webb. Fisher through the defense, can't get it to go, rebound Grayson. Here's Shields to the hoop, blocked that time by Webb. All ball by Jordan Webb, the Senate League MVP, and Hicks goes backcourt. Her back foot crossed the timeline. Backcourt violation will give it to John Marshall. Trying to expand on the three-point lead. Jerry Vaughn will check in for Kennedy Fleshman for John Marshall. Dorsey will inbound it. Perez, baseline. Webb got a piece of it. It will still be John Marshall basketball. Perez and Shields 10 apiece, leading the way for John Marshall. Dorsey traveled. She wanted to pass it back to Perez, who inbounded it, and Perez wasn't looking, so she had to kind of take a step there and creates a turnover. Danielle Brown checks back in for John Marshall. 6:15 to go, fourth quarter. Lady Hornets have the ball. They are down by 3. Top seed in the Senate, unbeaten in Senate League play. Open 3, over the rim. Webb gathers it, can't get it to go. Fisher gathers the loose ball, and a nice job finds Mallett all alone. Her first 2. Lead is down to 1. Full court pressure now for John Hay. Lady Lawyers break it. Shields. Runner goes. Lynn Shields, a dozen. Lead back to 3. Hicks open 3. Webb gathers the rebound, can't get it to go. Nice fight inside by Shields. Loose ball gathered by no one at this point. and now it's finally grabbed by, oh, they get it to Webb for the bucket. Mallett gathered it, and they get it to Jordan Webb. Webb now 17 in the game. Dorsey has it knocked free by Buchanan. And it will be John Marshall basketball. And Lynn Shields moving into the forecourt, Vaughn with it. Good aggressive play on the passing lane by Mallett. It's out of bounds though. It will be John Marshall basketball. Dorsey will inbound it. Grayson, triple teamed, traveled. Good defense by the Lady Hornets to create the turnover. Fisher into the forecourt. Little pick and roll. She pops out. The three won't go. Mallett grabs the rebound. Hicks open three. Long. They get it to Webb. Webb puts it in. Jordan Webb, 19. And John Hay retakes the lead. Grayson all alone, and Perez finishes it. Perez now a dozen. Good look by Grayson to spot the open teammate. Lead back to John Marshall by a point. Midway through the fourth, Fisher, the three, won't go. Rebound Grayson. And is looking for a guard. Gets it to Shields. Dorsey spots up for three. Too long. Grayson underneath. It's off of Fisher. It will be John Marshall basketball. 41-40 is our score. John Marshall with the lead. They will inbound the basketball as well. Good defense by the Lady Hornets. Fisher in transition. Can't get the scoop shot to go. Grayson throws it up court, and it's grabbed by Hicks. Attacking. Webb finishes. Jordan Webb, 21 in the game. Back to a 1-point lead for John Hay. Jordan Webb, 21 points, and 14 of them are here in the second half. Mentioned earlier, she was the most valuable player in the Senate League, and she's showing why. Averages almost a double-double, does Jordan Webb. 9.7 points, 11.1 rebounds. She has 21 in the game. And Carly Fisher has done her job as well. She averages 17 a game. She has 13. And has been at the assist end of a number of those, as has Sion Hicks. 3:28 remaining, fourth quarter. Still anybody's game. So John Marshall will inbound it. Dorsey gives it to Grayson. Grayson in the lane, throws it in. Grayson now with 9. Webb, the three, won't go. It will be John Marshall basketball. Lady Lures 1-point lead with the ball, just over 3 minutes remaining. Shields attacks and gets the bucket. Lynn Shields with 14, and it's 45-42. Three won't go down for Mallett. Tipped away, and Grayson comes away with it. Rebound Dorsey, rolls it in. 7 in the game for Dorsey. Lead grows to 5. Under 2.5 remaining. Three-pointer won't go down for Buchanan. Webb gets the rebound. Fisher, the three, won't go. Long pass, Dorsey finishes again. Dorsey with 9, John Marshall by 7, inside of 2 minutes. Webb, the three, back of the iron. Rebound gathered by Perez. Perez in transition, throws it in. Mashaya Perez, 14. The lead is 9. 1:35 remaining in the fourth. And the top seed down 9, largest lead of the game for the John Marshall Lady Lawyers. Here's another look. Perez under the defender and tosses it in. An aggressive play on the offensive end for John Marshall.
No spectators are allowed on the floor. No spectators are allowed on the floor at the conclusion of the game.
So the top seed in some trouble here with 1:35 remaining. And John Marshall, the 2 seed, with a 9-point lead. We came into this fourth quarter tied at 34. And John Marshall has put together one of those runs that have been such a part of this entire game here in the fourth to open up their 9-point lead. Fisher into the forecourt. Turnover gives it to John Marshall. Full court pressure for John Hay. Grayson gets it to Perez, 3-on-1. Perez. Hicks can't get it to go. John Marshall ball, just over a minute remaining. Thrown away. John Hay basketball. Just over a minute remaining. And now the Lady Hornets as concerned with the clock as the deficit. Webb, baseline. Rebound. Won't go down for Mallet. Had a good look at it. Inside of a minute remaining. Shields. Rebound Webb. Three-pointer won't go for Mallet. It will be John Marshall basketball. 41.2 seconds remaining. Grayson, trapped. Nice job to get out of the trap. Vaughn. Perez, the three. Good hustle by Fisher, can't control it. It will be John Marshall basketball. 25.9 seconds remaining. And the Lady Lawyers starting to feel it. And they're gonna end up as the city champs. Hicks steals it, puts it in, but there's only 5 seconds remaining. And that's gonna do it. John Marshall, the number 2 seed, wins the Senate Championship. 51-44 is the final. 14 points for Lynn Shields, 14 for Mashaya Perez, 9 apiece for Nalani Grayson and Santiana Dorsey. 21 for Jordan Webb, and Carly Fisher chips in 13, but the John Hay Hornets cannot come back at the end, and it is 51-44 the final score. So John Marshall, your city champs, they win the Senate League. And it's time to award the city championship trophy here. So congratulations to the John Marshall Lady Lawyers, 51-44. They are your Senate League champs for 2026. 14 points apiece for Lynn Shields and Maisha Perez. We'll see you again next time on high school basketball here on City Beat TV. Congratulations to John Marshall, the 2026 City Champs.